You know, the Crystal Maze is a 90s game show, but I do really like this 80s synth remix of the theme song. Welcome! It is a Sharp Tank renewal. It is Thursday, August 29th as I record this. Hopefully it's going to be like another half a week to a week before you see this, because otherwise it means that Muso didn't go. And the course is not done yet, so hopefully it gets done in the next 2 days. Anyway, it is a Sharp Tank renewal. We have the new Eastern Zone later in this episode. We have a new background because I was tired of it only ever being green in the background, so I added some additional color. If you're wondering what the apartment building is, it's an apartment building called Evergreen Gardens. I just thought it was funny. Anyway, Aztec Zone, new obstacles this time. That does slap. New obstacles this time based largely off of the Sasuke 18-25 renewals. I realize that now that this is the second time I'm recording this, and the first time I noted that rope jungle and downhill jungle are in different levels, but at this point I don't care anymore. I also don't want to listen to the theme from the Dark World again, because I listened to it for 12 and a half minutes, like 20 minutes ago. So we're going with Temple Topple from Donkey Kong Returns. 25 of the 35 teams this time were randomized, and this is one of them. Leo Provo drawing Yoshiyuki Yamamoto and new Ultima Brian Orozco. He's been on the chopping block a couple times for an Ultima, so I'm happy for him, even though I'm the one who makes these decisions. Ishay Halfon is also here. Every team has an Israeli. We're going to run the first one at 25 just to see what it looks like. Every team has an Israeli just because I wanted to piss the Twitter anti-Semites off, as I do unfortunately know of one. Downhill Jungle is in the net area because of the Sasuke 13 jump hang. Oh, last thing, you don't get reimbursed HP on Crystal Wall anymore, because otherwise this stage would be way too easy. Here are the Turtlers. This is one of the 10 teams I made this tournament. These are competitors that did really good on the turtle last time and still didn't make it. Well, they are making it this time, except for Ashley Bergstrom and Hyoki and Roberto. Uh-oh. Keitaro advances by himself with 1 HP. These are the Turtlers. Keitaro will have to set a new world record by a lot. The team of Noah and Addy had a 4% chance of being together, but they made it. Lian Chi has a bone to pick after he missed out on being a champion last time, as he was one of the 2 Jets Sasuke All-Stars to not make it to the final. And obviously, that team without Lee and Takeda won the tournament, and this time they schooled the course, even though Lian Chi is a rock climber and Vote Crystal Wall and Rikoto beat it. Whatever. Olympic women's football, a good mix of countries here, although predominantly United States. I believe there's a Brazilian, a Spaniard, and a French woman? That can't be right. I'm not looking it up now. This team's gonna be done in like 5 seconds. See, there you go. Billy Dixon drew Yusuke Morimoto. Hopefully this pans out, although Yusuke did just fail Greased Lightning somehow. So it does not appear to be panning out well so far. Also, the Eastern Zone, I should mention, replaced the Medieval Zone, so no chance of refilling HP in this tournament. It will be a challenge. Ken Casillas and Ken Kasugi. And we got a lot of these little, I swear, I randomized this once and only once. Got a lot of these little Easter eggs. Shingo and Emily are on the same team. Kane and Kane are on the same team. I guess 8% chance, because Kane Mullins in this tournament also. They survive without Ken Casillas somehow. Interesting. Takeda, Austin Gray is actually really good on this show. Isabella Wakeham is a champion of this show. Owen Bulger. They're doing pretty good so far. Drawbridge is an upper body obstacle, but it has the word bridge in it, so I thought it'd be funny. Obviously, all of the level 5 obstacles are bungees. Swing arm is the bungee version of swing arm. Philip Scott and Gavin Obi and Drew Becker on this team. I'm sure he's happy about that. They get Ultimate Koji Hashimoto. I did not enforce 2 women per team this time because it was random. And also, since we had an Olympic women's football team, I have an Olympic men's football team. A lot of trouble on bridge ball. Hopefully that does not become a theme of the night. They do clean sweep it from there, at least. It doesn't necessarily get more difficult as it goes along, like previous tournaments. Here's a fun team I thought of. J and J and J and J and J and J and J security. I should have called it J and J and J and J and J and J and JJ, but I thought of that too late. That's a 2014 WWE ref. All of their names start with J. Well, they'll just be J and J and J and J and J and J security the next stage. The grass is always evergreener because Evergreen Gardens. These are competitors that got kicked off of their team. We'll see if the grass is evergreener together. It's not for Lucy Badalkova or Yaroslava Mahucic. I don't know how to pronounce. What the hell is going on bridge ball? Hello? Okay, well that team nearly got entirely wiped on bridge ball. Bridge ball's not that hard of an obstacle. I don't know what y'all are doing. Stephen Mao gets Kai Beckstrand and Clement Graffier. And Nagano. So, pretty strong team here. They did not draw bridge ball. And everybody makes it pretty cleanly, actually, except for Ethan Bartnicki. New ninjas on the block, competitors that are newly added to the game. More struggles on a bridge ball, finally cleared by Omar Gunez. Is he going to clear Crystal Wall? No. Damn. So that team is our first wipe of the night. Sean McCall, Katie Bone, Akiyama. Of course, new champion Akiyama in his 3rd final stage attempt. Charlie Robbins, I think I said. Karizumi's here also. Yeah, pretty strong team. I didn't even see who their chat member was. Golden Canadian. Pineapples Alfredo is the designated chat member here. Oh, right, the mouse doesn't show up anymore. So trouble on Lock Split. Hopefully they don't also draw Bridge Ball. They did not, because they were in some deep trouble here. Well, Matt Bradley will send them through at least. Amber getting RJ and Levi Muenberg. Satomi Kadoi as well. 3 women on this team. They did not enforce the 2 women rule, of course. A little bit of trouble on reverse circle cross, but otherwise... Ooh, who got eliminated? Satomi Kadoi filled the first obstacle of level 3. And will finish DFL tonight. So good news, you're all going to do better than Satomi Kadoi. Noah Busher, Brett Simmons, Jean-Lucas Schmidt, Gil Morantz, whose name I spelled correctly this time. Yuji Washimi's the Ultima. Alright, everybody survives that round. Nice. Alright, Uxinator losing his Jungle Gym teammates for the first time. He gets Isaiah Thomas, Olivia Vivian, Brooke Rabitou, who is a tank on this show. Kira Mori is their Ultima. Some trouble. But Brooke, what are you doing? Okay, sure. Alt 1 gets Shinji Kobayashi, Tyler Smith, and Jackson Erdos on this team. And Ilion. So a very strong team. This is one to watch. A little bit of trouble there at the end, but they get out of it just fine. Warsman gets new Ultima Hitoshi Kano, along with Alex Verne. Okay, they get through Bridge Ball with minimal damage. Some damage, but now struggling a little bit on Crystal Wall, but they make it through. Like I said, easier this time without counteracted by the Crystal Wall not being reimbursed. So most teams are going to make it through. Wolf Ninja getting Joe Meisner, Vance Walker, and who's their Ultima? Oh, Himirichi Sato. They lose Yossi Ben Yosef and Julian David. I don't know who Julian David is. Must have been a rando that did good last time. Oh, I think I can find out by just searching the team list from last time while we watched. Boonpei, James Hill, Matthias Norell, Akio Noguchi, Topaz Neo. I mean, this is a strong team. Oh, climber. Every team got a climber. Although they didn't need it because Topaz Neo clears Crystal Wall just fine. Kyle Foley on a team called Coaster Kings. That checks out. Jun Sato's here as well. New Ultima Kazuma Asa is on this team. Some strong Japanese competitors. Kaiju Nagano there as well. Sandra Miroslav. Didn't do great, but everybody makes it. That's good. IndyCar drivers. Some of these folks have actually been on AMW before. I don't remember which ones. They're doing pretty good, actually. Some of them are down to 1 HP, and that's a problem. Scott McLaughlin and Colton Herta are out. Gonna need somebody to clear Crystal Wall here. Finally. Whew. Ray Folger ends back with Alberto Hines Lopez. I'm sure there's a little bit of tension there. Ikatani, Ray Folsom, Phil Folsom, Lucas Rowley, Anif Kuznick. Who's the one person I haven't said yet? Hannah Gorella. Pretty strong team. We did lose Alberto Hines Lopez. Everybody else makes it. Thank you to Ikatani for clearing the Crystal Wall. Self-explanatory team. All competitors that haven't been on yet this season. Josh Salinas has obviously been on the show. Can't say the same about John Mack or Ixchel Valentino. Actually, I think Ixchel Valentino has been on the show before. Probably the debut for at least one of these people. Owen Dyer's out, and Karen Potts. Oh, they got wiped! So that's why I don't invite them. We saw Phil Clear earlier. Here's Sam Folsom along with Kane Malden, Yanya Garnbrett, Enzo Wilson, pretty strong team, and new Ultimate James McGrath, whose Ultimate career is going pretty well so far. A little bit of issue there on the Germany pole grasper, the one with that weird double pole lâché. Yanya clearing Crystal Wall. James down to 1 HP. That's a little bit worrisome. Indonesia Internationals. These are competitors that were on the International show, except for one of them. Mainly just needed to get some good people that didn't qualify through the pools. Luke Men's Football. For those that didn't see the I assume I posted a competitor lineup at some point. Each team got an Ultima, an Israeli, a climber, a recent finalist, 2 top performers from Diamond Heights, and chat member. Donovan Lusher getting Jan Hoyer, Tom Shaked, a lot of women on this team. Asaoka is there. Wow, yeah, 4 women on this team. This is I assume the most of any random team. Oh, I meant to change the song, but this song is so pleasant that I just left it running. You know, we do need the Aztec music, although I did listen to it a little bit ago, so I'm not that desperate for it. Renee Castley, Me Tim, Katsumi Yamada, 3 show winners on this team. Caleb, the other. Katsumi Yamada, obviously one of 5 that won last tournament. Technically a record, but obviously only one team. Leslie Romero Perez fails immediately on Crystal Wall. I don't know, just felt like going home. Had a flight to catch. Bookcase, Kid Lupsack. 2-time finalist Miho Yamada. New Ultima Yoshiyuki Okuyama. And fails right out of the gate on Rope Jungle. It's a little troublesome. Slow Geese is there because log is in the name. They get both sides, the sloper and the cliff, so it's fairly easy. Yeah, so we took some damage there, but Bookcase saves it for the team for advance. Yuka Mizuno, Shingo, Emily Montague. I mentioned this earlier, 4% chance of this happening, and it did. And I swear I only ran it once. A little bit of damage for this team, but not a whole lot. Yuka Mizuno has been the troublesome one, and Shingo clearing for the team. That team is looking very poised for success. Yuji, Jean Tesnas, Vitamin J Mac. Pretty good team. Vitamin is going to clear Crystal Wall. So pretty good run out for that team. NASCAR drivers. You obviously saw the IndyCar drivers do really good up until Crystal Wall. The NASCAR drivers can, well, I mean, I have no horse in this race, but obviously I see more people in the ocean zone. Okay, that was scary. We lost Kyle Larson of all people. Interesting. Last team, Snow Guy, Riley Porter, Kyle Soderman, Kenji Takahashi, Mara. Pretty strong run out. Alright, we're just going to leave this running for a little bit, because we didn't get to hear much of it this tournament. Read exactly the text for this, but something like that. The team, or in this case individual, will complete Turbulent Turtle, will add up their times. If they have 10 minutes as a team, they'll advance with no damage. Otherwise, they will take 1 damage for every 30 seconds under, rounding up the amount of damage needed. So if they have 599, they still have to take 1 damage. Bye, Guitaro. Yeah. Good run, though. Bye to this team, I assume. Yeah. Alright, Bookcase in a little bit of trouble. Yeah, this team's out. Unless Okuyama pulls off a miracle here. Yeah. He got let down by his team today. Olympic women's football, probably not long for this world either. These are the competitors that basically just limped through the Aztec zone. At least this team has 6 competitors. They just need to average 100 seconds. Gavin, somebody, or what the hell was that? Over 5 so far. Not good. IndyCar drivers. Not good. We'll see if the NASCAR drivers beat them. 308 is the total to beat, and they are not going to beat it. 292, they came close. Alright, hopefully one team clears. This team looks poised to do it. Gonna need some strong performances out of the remaining 3. And they get them! 632, they get across the line, no damage taken, and all 6 advance to the Eastern Zone coming up next. Now we can put on the ocean music. Vance is just a tank and still somehow doesn't do it. Avery gonna take 2 HP of damage. Joe takes 1 damage and is eliminated. Sato takes 1 damage, and that is a wrap. So first team to take damage and still advance. We have Green Twisters up next. Good luck, Donovan. Early fall for Donovan. This team's going to take some damage, I think. And it will be just Hiroyuki Asaoka attempting the Eastern Zone by himself. Kane Malden, this is a really strong team. They have 6 members, so they should be fine. Need to average 70. They are not going to do so, but they averaged 70. Or averaged 100. They didn't... I don't know, man. This team should be fine. They actually didn't do that good. They lose Leo Provo and Yoshiyuki Yamamoto. Brian Orozco takes his first hit as an Ultima. Yusuke, they're going to be relying on hard. Well, they can't rely on him anymore. Yusuke does not survive. He took 2 damage. Damn. Billy Dixon, how about that? Takes no damage in this stage. Armand Duplantis is here. Did well last time, I think. Team takes a lot of damage. Mia Krompel, Abby Clark, Ron Kaplansky, all 3 of those are out, so it'll be Moritz Hans, Armand Duplantis, and Kane Kikusugi taking on the Eastern Zone. Look, Wars Man, Kano slipping, and Alex Verm gonna have to carry the team. He might do it, actually. Not quite, but he does at least get 4 of them across the finish line after Karsten takes 2 damage. This team's been alright so far. They're doing pretty good in this zone, actually. This might be enough. It is! Kyle and Kazuma hanging on just enough for the team. Addy and Noah both still here. Ryakoto still here as well, trying to save the team. They lose Zhao Yafei, but otherwise they get through, so can't complain. We have the Jays. Oh dear. Jay Lewis trying to carry as much as he can by himself, and he will be by himself in the Eastern Zone after everybody else on that team gets wiped. Kind of deservedly, they sucked. $1,029. They are a rare team to get into the thousands. Great performance out of that team. They advance. I should have something where if you're like a certain amount over, you can reimburse HP. If nobody gets to the final this stage, I might do that. Okay, this team is doing awesome because Stephen Mao hung on for 5 minutes. Damn. I mean, he saved the team, too. This team is in deep trouble. Riley Porter going to have to carry the team by herself. Cannot do so. They do lose 2, but otherwise, Riley Porter mitigated a lot of damage there. Including hanging on just a bit longer to save another HP, because if it was 449, it'd have to take an additional one. Zach Stoll's the first one off, would not have guessed that. Mori takes 2 damage. Actually, maybe Mori was the first one out. Anyway. Look, men's football. Well, they can't use their hands in football. And you can't use your legs here. Although they did pretty good, actually, despite the fact that they had to take a lot of damage there. This team should be fine. And then 3 people failed before 30. Still somehow survived because of a strong Aztec zone, but I do not like their chances down the stretch. It'll be Amber, Levi, and RJ only. Some struggles, and we will see 4 competitors lose 1 HP. Brooke Rabbitoe taking the hit to get eliminated. She's the first one off the team, despite the fact that she's podiumed this season. Came in 3rd place in episode 1, got last woman standing. This team is fine. Holy cow, this team is fine. In fact, Alt 1's going to be the one that hangs on the longest. 863, well done. Caleb and Yamada are going to carry the team there and get across the finish line. Katie falls, but this team should be fine. Akiyama, the usually reliable on this stage, falls, and Golden Canadian will take 1 HP, and that's all they need. Aki Noguchi, an early fall. Ooh, this team not doing great, actually. James Snella, 0.09, and then hangs on for another nearly 2 minutes to save the team from any damage. What a heroic performance by James Snella. This team is... I mean, this team is gooch. Okay, maybe they weren't that gooch. They were still fine, though. No damage. 1,029, the top score so far this tournament. We had one in the 800s as well. 563, just short, but everybody on the team surviving at least. .602, just getting there. And then 3 of them fell right at the end. Well, this team has the most HP heading into this stage. Let's see if they choke it. Bobby Fink doing himself no favors. Although they should be fine. I think they will be fine. 777, would you look at that? Incredible. 26 teams advancing out of the 35 that entered. A lot of them are depleted, though, heading in to the Eastern Zone.
A lot of boring math later.
Hello! This is like attempt 8 or 9 of recording this. So, just to explain what happened, the Eastern Zone glitched, and I was just going to run with it because I thought only a couple of runs were impacted, and it turns out all of the runs were impacted. So here we are again on the Eastern Zone. It's Saturday as I say these words. Just to give you a breakdown of how this works, it's Team Gravity Shift. If you recall Gravity Shift, you do all the obstacles on the left side. Once you fail, you flip over to the same obstacle on the right side, do those, and you flip back and forth until all of the obstacles are completed. No time limit on this stage, by the way. However, obviously failing, your HP goes down. Some notes. The teams, obviously not Jay Lewis because he's by himself, the teams will be split into flip side and flop side. Technically yin and yang. I went with the Chinese zodiac here because yin yang, there's 12 Eastern zone. The first take of this was much more enthusiastic about that. I kind of gave up about halfway through making this stage, as you can see. Hammer drop, because, you know, the meat of a pig is ham. Super Angle 45 was in Super Dog. There was going to be nothing for Rooster. Rolling Log is standing in for Bucking Bronco. You're welcome. You can only switch over from the flip side team to the flop side team if the entire flop side team is exhausted. They've all run out of HP. Or vice versa. Obviously, in the case of Jay Lewis, he just does both sides by himself. And is probably going to fail. Minimal commentary here, because I'm just over this stage. And Jay Lewis cleared by himself. Did he fail anything? Okay, yeah, he failed Battering Ram, of all things, to take his first hit of the night. He will go into Futuristic Zone by himself with 2 hits. So, for instance, Arlene Schuessler can only go do flip-side obstacles once Asaoka is fully eliminated. Actually, Arlene Schuessler should have been eliminated already. But I think I spelled her name wrong, so that explains it. Who cares? Amber has to do the flop side all by her lonesome and gets eliminated immediately, as was Levi, so RJ's on his own here. Oh, that sucks. So Ken Kasugi will do flop side by himself. And yeah, Kane just couldn't carry the team by himself. Came close though. Some chat members now. Got Billy Dixon up in here. Alright, they are able to all survive, except for Nikata. That was the only strike I think they took. Avery glances out, so now Vance will have to do the flip side by himself. Still 1 HP to give. Wolf Ninja and Vance Walker both out immediately on Battering Ram. I feel like they should not have crossed over like that, but whatever, I don't care. Alright, some eliminations from this team. Ahmad Elgandi, the Olympic gold medalist from Egypt, and Wars Man getting eliminated both on bunny ears. However, Hitoshi Kanno, the new Ultima, and Alex Verm, the champion in Season 3, both survive. We're currently losing some football players. In fact, we have lost all of them. Not super surprising, I guess. If anything, it's surprising they made it this far. Pretty strong team here. Probably the strongest we've seen so far. And we have lost Brian Orozco, which exhausts the team. Nate Hansen goes in for the easy touchdown. Or, I'm sorry, they were on the... Anyway, Brian Orozco massively choked. And that is the end of his first tournament as an Ultima. Stairhopper has just been vicious. Phil Folsom failing it immediately. And then failing it again! Phil Folsom wastes 2 HP and is eliminated on the Stairhopper. Ray Folger, unfortunately, also out. Lucas Realia and Naoki Ikatani both advancing, however. Obviously, they can attach themselves to a new team if necessary. Moran will not be able to do that as she is eliminated on the giant roller coaster. You got Riley Porter doing, I think, an entire side by herself. She'll join Kong and Kyle Soderman in the next round. Still the futuristic zone. 6 members of this team. This team is a threat if they get to the dome. Unfortunately, Ryukoto will not be part of that threat. The other 5 will be. Orn Mitz is eliminated. And Andre Messner. Kane Malden. Only one obstacle to beat, and he couldn't do it. However, even though Yanya failed it, Sam Folsom was able to beat floating monkey bars. Just an unfortunate end there for Kane Malden. Baton Bello, immediately eliminated on Stairhopper. Kyle Caillou and Kazuma Asa knocked out that side pretty easily. So Alexander Miroslav gets eliminated immediately, but Matt D'Amico and Jun Sato pick up the slack. Unfortunately, that's Oxinator gone. But the rest of the team advances. I feel like that's happened a couple times now to Oxinator. I meant to switch it to 14, but I do not care. Paris Juarez out on Stairhopper. Stairhopper has just been a nightmare. And 2 eliminations on Super Angle 45, including the Season 5 champion Zach Stoles. Jordan Yochev and Matt Bradley able to clean up the slack. They will advance by themselves. Takeda, Isabel, and Schneier doing some work. Honestly, this team has been super strong. All 7 of them going through to the futuristic zone. I don't think I've ever seen that. Clement Gravier, Makoto Nagano, and Stephen Mal on the same side. Just absolute tanks. We did lose Luka Podokar. And Johanten Haran. So Ethan and Kai gonna have to finish this out. And they do! That team's looking strong. And unfortunately, 2 eliminations, including a chat member, Vitamin Jamek, back-to-back on Bunny Ears. Emma Hunt gets through for the team now. And the rest of the team advances. So they have some potential. This team has a lot of potential. Charlie Robbins, the Season 6 points leader. Hikari Izumi has been a finalist, as has Katie Bone. Akiyama literally won last tournament. They get 5 through. Kafir Atzman was eliminated, along with, unfortunately, the chat member of that team, Golden Canadian. Renee and Caleb on the same side. Now, granted, Yamada did win last tournament, but already fails wingnuts. And they get through cleanly. Minimal damage for that team. They will be a threat to the Futuristic Zone. All 7 members of this team as well, although Anouk Jabeur burns her first strike. Gal Shrim eliminated. Alt 1 down to 1 HP. Tyler Smith eliminated on catch and release, a huge shock and a huge blow to their chances in the Futuristic Zone. They will still have 5, though. Daniel Gill, as his tradition, burns one on Stairhopper. Azrael Sani eliminated. Trimardianto similarly eliminated. The Indonesians on this team are out. Perry Osterley is in trouble. Daniel Gill's out on Stairhopper. He fails it twice, just like Phil Folsom did. Sergio Verdasco, with 1 obstacle to go, fails Log Grip. And Rio beats Log Grip for the team. I'm not going to lie to you, I totally just put Log Grip at the end because I thought it'd be funny if this stage ended on Log Grip, which it did. Wow, all 7 members of that team survived. They got through super cleanly. Here's the Shingo and Emily team. They will not have Yuko. Bobby Fink takes his first strike of the night. Shingo his second on rolling pin. And they get everyone through, except for Yuka Mizuno, obviously, but 6 to go, and Emily with a new season best, getting to the Futuristic Zone for the first time this season. She had been eliminated in the 3rd round, which had been the Medieval Zone, in every tournament this season, I think. Last team up now. They will lose Brett Sims, but the rest survive, and that team is also a threat in the Futuristic Zone, which is coming up next / right now. Hello, it is now Tuesday as I say these words. I'm just kidding, I had to go pee. It's like 5 minutes later. Technically, you would have no way of knowing, but I guess I could show you the timestamp on this timestamp file. I did not think that through. Futuristic Zone. Agoraphobia is back, this time as a challenged course, so you will get 2 redos. You're not supposed to use both redos on the same obstacle, but for some reason you can, and I didn't feel like fixing it, so yeah, 3 strikes. The good news is that you can just start from the place where you failed. The bad news is the time you used up still counts against you. 5:45 for the men, 6:15 for the women. In case you're wondering why it's 18 and not 15, I broke the perfect spider walk up into 4 parts, so you can just continue from the part you failed. Stage 2 is just a random speed stage I thought of. 1:45, 2 minutes. It's a shame that speed second stages now are 1:45. Stage 3 is almost point blank the Muso 8 third stage. Obviously, I know what the Muso 9 third stage is, but you guys don't as I'm recording this, but will by the... Anyway. I thought I was going to do this like a week or 2 ago. Wingnut Alley EX was taken out. Vertical Limit EX is now Vertical Limit Burst. And, yeah, 21 heats. Groups teams left. I also got really tired of listening to the Futuristic Zone music because I've had to go through this stage twice already. So, new music. GLHF, and here we go. Jay Lewis uses up his first strike on Spider Flip. You do get your 2 redos back if you have to do this stage again. He's through. On to stage 3. Imagine if he one-shots this entire stage on his last strike. Head clouds, then you get a rest. And here's the vertical limit burst. Well, Jay Lewis finds himself in an unlikely P1. We will see how that holds up. It would be very funny if he somehow gets top team by himself. As it is the best individual run by a team that counts. Lucas one-shots Arachnophobia, that's good news. Ikatani one-shot stage 2, uh-oh. Hold everything. Ah! Lucas Reale is out. Come on, Ikatani. Out on Planet Bridge EX as well. Same place as Lucas. That will see their night over. Hopefully a 3-person team is a little bit better. And, well, I was going to say if they sweep the first 2 stages, Tomoe Narasaki would get to start stage 3. But Ishe Halfon has found himself eliminated. Arachnophobia spinning its web. Oh. Also, they all only had 1 HP left. I have Akron and Ohio State on in the background, and the quarterback currently in the game is wearing number 33, and it's so gross. You know what? 33, in honor of that guy. You don't assume his gender. Light in my head just went off as if I'm not watching college football. Jordan Yochev eliminated, so Matt Bradley gonna have to do stage 3 by himself in 1 shot. And he does not. Planet Bridge EX claims another victim. This is extended, right? Okay, thank you. Ryo Matachi eliminated on S-Curve. His night's over. Perry with some work to do. Jake Murray helps him out with this stage 1 clear, though, or stage 2 clear, though. And unfortunately, that's all Jake Murray's going to get credit for. Perry did at least get credit for 1 obstacle on stage 3. And that's their night over. 5 teams, only Jay Lewis has got to vertical limit burst, and he did so by himself. Hitoshi Kano's night ends on Spider Corner. Alex Verm uses first strike of the night on Peg Clouds. He's going to get 2 more chances. 1 more chance. Failed board hang. And then out on Gumdrops, he were. Oh, okay, I guess he did technically do worse every time. James McGrath, his first form is an Ultima. Still in progress. Enzo one-shots Arachnophobia. That'll help a lot. James well, okay. Yanya with some problems with Deja Vu. Sam Folsom eliminated. Enzo down to 1 strike. And James eliminated on board hang. Enzo much better this time. Unfortunately, not going to get much after that. So Yanya got credit for no obstacles. Wow. Yanya did not put up a run. Well, that sucks. Billy having a world of trouble there. They have to do perfect on basically the entire stage, does not. Miho Nonaka has used up both of her retries, and she's out on glass spider jump. What a Rocky. Okay, so that time... Okay, so sometimes you get 3 tries, sometimes you don't. I don't know. I'm not awarding reruns for this. Must be obstacles with parts, maybe? No, because it's glass spider. I don't know. Billy currently doing this course entirely by himself. One shot stage 2, now threatening P1. He is tied. Oh my god! Come on, Billy! No! The last rounded ledge! Actually, there might have been one more, but he just ran out of gas. Oh! Billy Dixon is P1. Pretty strong team here, although Riley would have done a lot of help clearing immediately. Because now everybody might have to burn an HP on Arachnophobia, and Cal only has one more to give. But Kenji is nearly perfect, and we advance to stage 2, which is done in a flash. Kenji, unfortunately, not going to get credit for anything after stage 1. Riley, vertical limit. Sitting in great position for last woman standing. We will see how that counts. As a reminder, her time is not 24 minutes. It's 23:39 minus whenever her run started, which would have been 16:55. So her score is 3rd stage, 6 obstacles in like 5.5 minutes. I know I explain this every time, but just to be safe. I thought June was going to be perfect there for a second. And then Mega Wing Slider, he fails twice in a row to blow it. What was the line on this game? $48.5, so I still have to score one more touchdown. What was the over-under? Still trouble with this stage. What the hell is happening here? $58.5. Or 56, so that will hit the over, but not the spread. And unfortunately, that team couldn't even get out of stage 1. Yoga of Malka showing him how it's done. Addie Herman through stage 2. Can Lian Chi go perfect here? Nope. And Noah Munier fails Deja Vu, gets credit for no obstacles on this stage. Look how Girl Club will at least get credit for obstacles. Yoga of Malka works up to him again. Fails vertical limit. Addie Herman fails Deja Vu, keeping Riley Porter in the driver's seat for last woman standing. Yoga of Malka's second attempt. He will get to vertical limit burst, and this time he gets a little further but fails the yellow wheel. Little Super Mario RPG. Kai Beckstrand looking to do some work here. Does. Come on. Can't beat Island Escape, and that's the end of his night. And Stephen Mao beat Stage 3 after Nagano sends them through Stage 2. Oh no! Almost joined Billy in P1. And this time, what the hell happened there on Deja Vu? Okay, that was a non-standard game over. Libby Vivian was a finalist last time. Her first final. Able to get them through Stage 1. Kira Mori wastes one on Stage 2. Isaiah Thomas eliminated on Stage 2. Nate Hadal gonna get credit for no obstacles. Kira Mori at least will get a Stage 3 round on the board. Now it's down to Naj Richardson. Can he clear by himself? No, never mind. It was also Olivia and Akira who both failed Deja Vu somehow. Interesting. A lot of Deja Vu fails. Probably should have thought about that. I'll make the first obstacle easier next time so people will actually put up runs. Emma Hunt gets eliminated by failing Ascending Corridor 3 times in a row. That's interesting. Eshad Atzman runs out of time after using both of his retries. I think that's the first timeout tonight. Tezanos burns one. I don't think he had one to give. He did have one to give. Koji Yamada and Yujiro Ushihara pick up the slack. Tezanos still one to give. Koji Yamada one to give. Yuji's gonna give the vertical limit burst a shot. And he's through! But fails Cliffhanger Odyssey as well! Still 2 shots. What can he do with them? Tezanos is out. Koji Yamada's out. 2 shots for Ushihara. He's shown he can get to the end and have the stamina to do it. I assume it was faster than Billy, so he will probably move into P1. And then fails vertical limit burst. Deja Vu just had nothing left. An unfortunate finish to a thrilling run. Meet Tim is in time trouble! Just clinches it! A clutch clear by Meet Tim on a 5:45 stage. Fails out the Renee Castley doing a World Cup, failing balance tank. Bergie clears though. Victoria Kramer gets credit for nothing. Third person tonight. Meet him do it again. Fails the first wheel of vertical limit burst. Joins a huge crowd tonight. Only Billy Dixon and Yuji Urushihara have made to the final obstacle of this stage. They were both one obstacle away from the Crystal Dome. And Ray Castley eliminated on vertical limit burst. Caleb Bergstrom! No! The third tonight to get to the cliffhanger, but couldn't beat it. Those rounded ledges get thinner and thinner. I think the last one is only half an inch thick. 6 teams remain. This has been an exciting stage, but I don't know if anyone's beaten it. That said, in theory, the 6 strongest teams coming up next. Billy Dixon, Yuji Yoshihara, Caleb Bergstrom from 3 different countries are at the podium right now. We'll have to check the time. And Ilyan Sharif had time, but runs out of redos. Alt 1 is out, period. And Shinji Kobayashi beat Arachnophobia. No, he cannot. 3 straight fails of glass spider legs. Nuke Jabeur? Yes! Would have beaten the men's time by 0.4. But I don't know if she would have had time to rest in the men's time limit. Ilyan Sharif eliminated on Deja Vu will at least get credit for some obstacles on stage 1. Same for Nuke Jabeur. Shinji Kobayashi gets to vertical limit, can't do it. How about Jackson Erdos? He's a stage 3 specialist. Burst? Yes! Come on, Jackson! Yes! Jackson Erdos is heading to the final stage. He will go it alone, and we'll have to sit and watch the last 5 teams to see if he can cling on to one of them with his 2 HP and 10 extra seconds of dome time. It's still the Crystal Dome, by the way. Obviously. Taya Grossman just never got it going. Takeda missed out on a chance to win last time. He's down to his last HP to try to get back to the dome. Or rather, to the dome for the first time. And now we're seeing a pile-up here on Arachnophobia. Schneider using up a strike. But Austin Gray, he's performed historically pretty well in this show. Clears stage 1. Jarrett Boyd gets through stage 2. Owen Balger up now. First run of the stage for him. Fails vertical limit. Takeda out on Deja Vu. Isabella will at least get credit for Deja Vu. Schneider down to his last strike. I take that back. Schneider had one to give. Austin Gray has none to give. He's eliminated. Jarrett Boyd out, and Owen Balger can't even get one obstacle this time. And Schneider's out on vertical limit burst as well. Just a pile up on that. Okay, Michael Malum had loads of time. Shingo! Down on Diamond Dash. At least got to the second stage. Should have some good standing. Bobby Fink eliminated on the second stage. Loads of trouble here with the second stage. But Michael Malum clears for the team. Rashad Kai Bolin couldn't get any credit. Here's Emily. Doing some work here. Now is threatening. She is threatening Riley Porter for last woman standing. Michael Malum burns his first strike. Emily getting one more shot here. Was really hoping to ride the Michael Malum wave for the final. And fails the vertical limit burst again. But what a performance tonight from Emily Montague. Now let's see if the Frenchman, Michael Malum, can get to the final. This is his last go. Through peg clouds. Vertical limit burst. No! What a run out of that team, though. Some strong performances. Emily looking well, actually 2 runs. Maybe did better than Riley on one of them. However, 2 very strong women coming up next. You got to think one of them, at least, will get a crack at the third stage. Charlie Robbins, the assassin, continuing to do work as he clears Arachnophobia in one shot. Akiyama wants to get back to the final. Clears stage 2 in one shot. Izumi, though, fails, gets credit for stage 3, down to her last strike. Katie Bone has 2 still to give. Sean McCall is eliminated. Gets credit at least for some obstacles on stage 3. Charlie now again. Could he send this team through? This would be a threat, especially... Especially if they get Jackson added onto their team. Akiyama failing! And Hikari can't do anything on her second attempt. She's out. Katie Bone has beaten Vertical Limit Burst on this show before. Will not do it yet. Charlie Robbins wastes a strike. Akiyama wastes a strike. Katie Bone can't get there again. She's eliminated. We'll have to check the time. Robbins out again on Vertical Limit. Akiyama trying to get back to the final. But can't get burst. Jackson Erdo sitting and waiting and pleading for some help. Evan Andrews can't get through Arachnophobia. Matthias Norell can't get through S-Curve, and his night is done. Boonpei, first elimination for him. Or first strike for him. Second strike for Topaz. Leroy Moroli can't get there, he's eliminated. Back to the beginning. Oh my gosh. Everybody in line on this 7-person team failing Arachnophobia. Evan Andrews' second attempt. He fails again! How about Boonpei? Can't beat saloon doors. Topaz. Is eliminated. James Sinella, his second go. Eliminated. Evan Andrews, his third go. Eliminated. Boonpei, his third go. Finally through. Only able to get credit for one obstacle on stage 2. And that, my friends, is what they call a tough scene. The final team. Matt Hall, Gil Morantz, Yuji Washimi, Gianluca Schmidt, Alexander Kaluka, Noah Busher. 6 members. They would not be able to take Jackson if all 6 make it. Matt Hall eliminated. 1 down. Gil uses his first strike of the night. Yuji Ushimi clears Arachnophobia. Gianluca Schmidt clears stage 2. Alexandra Kaluka uses her first strike, but gets credit for some obstacles at least. Noah Busher his second. Gil Morantz has 2 to give. Burns 1. Yuji Washimi burns 1. Gianluca burns 1. Everybody, I think, down to 1 HP now. Well, now they're definitely down to 1 HP. No Busher eliminated on Gumdrop. And now the Deja Vu epidemic continuing. Gianluca eliminated. It's down to Alexandra Kaluka of Poland. We've never had a Polish finalist. And she's eliminated on Peg Clouds. And now, it is time for the Crystal Dome for Jackson Erdos to go it alone. But, during a previous taping of this episode, I made a decision and I am going to honor it for Jackson. I will allow solo competitors in the Dome to defer their Dome spot. They may add themselves onto a team in any episode for the rest of the season to try to win the $1 million. Because clearly Jackson is not going to do it by himself. I mean, we can sit here and watch it. This will not count. This is merely an exhibition run. But Jackson Erdos is going to defer his final stage run to another day. We'll see how he does. Again, strictly exhibition. Yeah, I mean, it's maybe like 10. Huh, 11. Almost bang on. So the standings are going to be messed up. Accurate standings will be in the text version and on the Discord. Or maybe just in the text version. So yeah, these are all inaccurate. Top 90 will be accurate, though. So we can see who gets... Victoria Kramer gets $50,000 for second place team for doing nothing. Hunt did almost nothing. Miho Nanaka, meanwhile, did something. At least gets top 10 winning. 75th was Kyle Foley. Nice. Sorry, Torian. $54,000. Well done. Jake Murray would have got sandwich bucks last season. You know what? Given that Jackson Erdos deferred his money, I will honor deferred his run. I will honor the $100,000 for the rest of his team. That made it to the Futuristic Cinemax. Billy P4. Interesting. And last woman standing was Katie Bone. Emily second place, though. Beat Riley Porter. Riley and Stephen Mount back-to-back. Interesting. Me, Tim, 15th. Owen Bulger, 18th. Strong night for Chad. Lewis Raleigh was 25th. So, I can't even say that there were no winners this time with Takeshi's Castle, because, I mean, maybe there will be when Jackson cashes in his final stage run. Yeah. Has to cash in by the end of the season. We'll see if he does or if he wastes it. And we'll see if he does cash it in. If he's able to win $1 million off of what he achieved here tonight. Or at least share $1 million. Bye.